Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and I've got a few episodes of The Walking Dead to catch up on, like literally the entire second half of Season 10. Because we are at the end of it now. That's tomorrow. So, a lot of things have run together. I have a month's worth of stuff to catch up on. Wrestling reviews, rock and metal reviews, TV shows. So if there are things that I forget a little bit of, I'm not going to go back and rewatch everything to catch up. I'm just going to do my review as best I can and go from there. So, this is The Walking Dead, episode 9 of season 10, Squeeze. So we left off the mid-season finale where a bunch of the people from Alexandria Hilltop were chasing after Carol, who was chasing after Alpha. And they wind up sliding down into this trap that leads down into this like cave area where there's a bunch of walkers. And so they were all trapped. That's where they left off. So we come back. You see Alpha outside with some whisperers, and she's saying, make sure they don't get out. And so there's this big scene where Daryl is leading them across these like raises in the rocks, like stalagmites with flat ends. And so he's kind of helping everybody. There's Carol there, there's Jerry, a bunch of people from, Hilltop. And so he helps them escape. Alpha tells Beta and Gamma to tighten up security at the border. And then Daryl and Carol have a nice little heart-to-heart where Daryl's telling Carol, you're putting everybody at risk. You need to pull your head out of your ass, is essentially what's going on there. The Whisperers infiltrate the cave. There's a big fight and chase scene where eventually everybody from Hilltop and Alexandria escape. Negan and Alpha have a conversation about Gamma. And Negan points out that he thinks that Gamma is the one who is kind of leading people astray. And we know that that's true. And so you're like starting to wonder if Negan is really on Alpha's side now, or if he's really, trying to set everything up. And we kind of know the truth, but, it's cool that they put that little bit of doubt in there. So after a small cavern trek, as they're kind of climbing out of the cavern itself, they come through some tight spaces. And there was actually a moment where you thought that maybe they were going to kill Jerry. And Jerry, I absolutely love the character in The Walking Dead. So I was like, no way. And they actually did get me with that. So I give them props for that. They did kind of have that moment where like, dude, you're not going to kill Jerry. Because it really looked like he was done. But they do they do manage to pull him out of the hole finally. Because Jerry's a big guy. And they get him free. So that was cool. So Alpha walks with Negan, and she's like walking, telling him to stay in front of her and to keep focused on what's in front and not to look back. And Negan, of course, is wondering if she's trying to lead him out to assassinate him. And then gets him naked. So he's like really wondering now. And then she gets naked. And the whole idea is she wanted to bring Negan out to have sex with him as a reward. She's like, you're kind of a carnal person, so I thought that I would give you a carnal reward. And so she lets him have sex with her as a reward because she found out that Gamma is indeed the traitor. So Daryl notices Carol missing from the group again, and she is back in the cave setting dynamite, or trying to set dynamite rather. And almost gets herself killed again. And Daryl's definitely getting pissed off with Carol at this point. And then Magna and Connie get trapped. Everybody else escapes. Magna and Connie, they get left behind because they had no other choice. And so they are trapped with a bunch of walkers around them. And then Carol is talking about her regret. And not dealing with Alpha sooner. And that's kind of where they leave off the show. It was a good episode. I liked it. Definitely had a cool, tense moment there with Jerry. I think he's a fan favorite, honestly, and so I'm sure that a lot of people were like, "No, not Jerry." Um, but not really a lot happened as far as consequences. You had everybody from Hilltop and Alexandria that were there get out, and that was the show. It was them getting out of the cave, and then you have the interesting build-up with Negan and Alpha, which I do like. I did like that they were, building it up like that. So overall, it was entertaining. I wish they would have more consequences. I've been saying that for a long time, and now that I'm here and it's April 4th, I know this season does have consequences. I just, I wish there was more of that. In this episode, it was entertaining, but it didn't wow me completely. I will give it a 7 and just a 7 out of 10. I think a 7 out of 10 is pretty good for this show because it was entertaining. It did suck you in, and so that was cool. It was a great way to restart the season. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.